In the midst of adversity, King David, a man after God's own heart, penned Psalm 27. This psalm, pulsating with unwavering faith, paints a vivid picture of David's deep longing for God's presence, his trust in God's protection, and his commitment to follow divine guidance. Today, we focus on verse 14. Wait for the Lord, be strong, and let your heart take courage. Wait for the Lord. This repetition emphasizes a powerful call to patience, strength, and courage, virtues that seem countercultural in our fast-paced world. Throughout the journey of life, both in our personal endeavors and spiritual pursuits, there's an innate human tendency to crave immediacy. Whether it's an answer to a heartfelt prayer, a sign to guide our next steps, a change in our circumstances, or a miraculous intervention, our innermost desires often lean towards the instantaneous. We as a culture have been conditioned to value speed and efficiency, but when we immerse ourselves in Scripture, we encounter a profound invitation to trust not in our sense of timing, but in the Lord's. At its core, waiting is not merely about biding time. It is a transformative experience, pregnant with lessons and revelations. In the waiting, we unearth a reservoir of hidden strength, a fortitude we might have remained oblivious to in times of swift gratification. Endurance, the capacity to withstand challenging times or resist giving up, is born from waiting. Like a marathon runner whose strength is honed not in the sprint but in the long, enduring race, our spirits too are molded and fortified during these extended periods of anticipation. Coupled with endurance is perseverance, the tenacity to keep moving forward despite adversities or prolonged silences from the heavens. It reminds us of the age-old adage, "It's always darkest before the dawn." This perseverance, fostered during our waits, ensures that we keep our eyes fixed on the horizon, awaiting that promised dawn. But perhaps the most paramount virtue cultivated in waiting is faith. Faith, the unshakable belief in the unseen, grows robust and resilient in the gardens of waiting. When answers are not immediate and signs are not clear, our faith is tested, refined, and ultimately strengthened. It shifts from being based on what we see or feel to an unwavering trust in God's character and promises. And in this particular verse, we are beckoned to take courage. Such an instruction may at first glance appear straightforward, but on delving deeper, it encapsulates a vast reservoir of wisdom. Why, one might wonder, are we called to muster courage, especially in times of waiting? Waiting, as many can attest, is a complex landscape of emotions. It is a period often marred by uncertainty, riddled with questions, plagued by doubts, and in certain dark moments, overshadowed by despair. The horizon seems endlessly distant, and the path ahead remains shrouded in mystery. The known becomes the past, and the future remains tantalizingly out of reach, leading many to grapple with a sense of unease. Yet it is within this cauldron of uncertainty that the true essence of courage is distilled. Courage, contrary to popular belief, isn't the absence of fear or the elimination of doubt. Rather, it is the audacious choice to move forward, to take the next step, even when the destination remains unclear. It is the embodiment of hope in action, a testament to the human spirit's resilience. During these protracted moments of waiting, when outcomes hang in the balance and questions outnumber answers, courage manifests as an unyielding trust. It is faith that the same God who initiated a purposeful journey in your life will not abandon you midway. It's a belief that the architect of our destinies, who set the planets in motion and knows every star by name, remains ever faithful to his promises. To embrace courage in uncertainty, then, is not merely to hope for the best, but to steadfastly believe that the conclusion, whatever it may be, is part of a grander design. It is a commitment to journey on, bolstered by the conviction that every twist and turn, every high and low, is under the watchful gaze of a God who never falters in his faithfulness. The Bible, a rich tapestry of human experience interwoven with divine intervention, presents us with myriad stories of individuals who exemplify patience and unwavering faith. These tales, spanning different eras and circumstances, are not just historical records, but timeless lessons for each of us. Consider Abraham and Sarah. Their narrative is not just one of waiting, but of enduring hope against all odds. They waited not just days or months, but years. Years filled with questions, perhaps even moments of doubt. Yet their faith never wavered, and in their old age, they were blessed with Isaac, the promised child. Their story teaches us that God's promises might test the limits of our patience, but they never falter. Then there's Joseph, whose life was a roller coaster of ups and downs. Betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, and unjustly imprisoned, Joseph endured it all. Yet even within the confines of a prison cell, he trusted in God's plan for him. His eventual ascendancy to a position of power in Egypt was not just a personal triumph, but a testament to the fact that periods of waiting often precede seasons of abundance. Moses and the Israelites offer another compelling tale. Their 40-year sojourn in the desert, marked by trials and tribulations, was also a period of preparation. It was a journey of refining a nation, of instilling in them faith and obedience. Their wandering was not aimless, it was purposeful, leading them to the promised land. These biblical figures, though separated by time and context, share a singular truth. Waiting on the Lord is never fruitless. Their stories underscore a profound maxim. While waiting is challenging, it is the faith and trust in the Lord during these periods that bring about divine fulfillment. Waiting, often viewed as a passive act or a pause in life's frenetic pace, holds within it an incredible transformative power that profoundly impacts the human psyche. But what indeed transpires within the depths of the heart, the recesses of the mind, and the expanse of the soul during these intervals? At the heart's core, waiting cultivates resilience. It teaches the heart to hope against hope, to yearn with expectation even when the surroundings seem bleak. Each passing moment in anticipation reinforces the heart's ability to endure, to remain steadfast amidst the ebb and flow of emotions, making it stronger and more resilient to life's unpredictabilities. In the realm of the mind, waiting acts as a crucible for patience. It challenges the mind's inherent desire for immediacy, compelling it to reflect, reassess, and reevaluate. Over time, this fosters wisdom, as the mind learns the value of timing, the virtue of patience, and the significance of divine orchestration in the grand scheme of things. For the soul, waiting becomes a spiritual pilgrimage. It's a journey that deepens faith, refining and purifying the soul's essence. In the silent corridors of waiting, the soul connects more intimately with the divine, understanding more profoundly the intricacies of destiny and the beauty of divine timing. In essence, the transformative power of waiting is a holistic metamorphosis. It's not merely about biding time, but about undergoing a profound internal evolution, shaping the heart to love deeper, the mind to think wiser, and the soul to connect more profoundly with the universe's rhythms. Isaiah 40:31. It is a verse that resonates deeply with believers across ages, offering solace in times of distress and a beacon of hope during periods of waiting. But those who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. This promise, rich in imagery and laden with hope, paints a vivid picture of the transformative power of faith and patience. The essence of this promise is not just about the act of waiting, but it emphasizes the profound change that occurs within an individual who waits with trust and hope. The verse speaks to the metamorphosis of the spirit, a rejuvenation that transcends mere physical stamina. Waiting on the Lord is not a passive act. It's an active engagement with faith, a dynamic relationship with the divine that promises to bestow strength unparalleled. Consider the imagery, mounting up with wings like eagles. Eagles are often symbolized as creatures of great power and vision, soaring high above, unhindered by the limitations of the terrain below. For believers, this paints a picture of rising above challenges, obtaining a higher perspective, and gaining a freedom rooted in faith. Further, the assurance that they shall run and not be weary, they shall walk and not faint, speaks volumes about enduring stamina. It's not just about momentary bursts of energy, but a sustained strength that allows one to journey through life's marathon with consistent vigor and unwavering determination. However, at the very core of this promise lies the profound wisdom that it is not merely about enduring the challenges and weights of life, but about emerging from them renewed, stronger, and more equipped. This spiritual renewal, promised to those who wait upon the Lord, serves as a testament to God's unyielding faithfulness. It's an affirmation that in every season of waiting, God is working behind the scenes, molding, refining, and preparing us for greater things.